Hello, family and friends. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee with Cody. Well, I'm here Thursday morning. We've recovered a little bit from the family reunion. I hope you enjoyed the two videos that I sent out. For those of you that family that didn't make it, hopefully you were able to grab a sense of feeling of what it would have been like if you had been there. We sure enjoyed ourselves and had a good time, friends. For those of you that know us, you got to see us, see the big brood. That was just a small portion of it, but we had a good time nonetheless, and we're headed to Michigan in 2028, so we'll do it again. Well, I'm going to get back on my series and finish up on the education portion of it. Today I'm going to talk about the last go-around that I had at Eastern Montana College and when I graduated. As you know, my journey in the education post-secondary was quite eventful. Lots of things going on. Wasn't ready for the adult world, should I say. But in the meantime, between the time I left Eastern Montana College the first time in 1979 until going back, it would have been winter quarter of 88. There was 9 years of there where I did various jobs off and on. My daughter was born in 85. My son was born in 87. And those were the years that I was running for my mother the Arlo's Bar, and quite memorable there as well. But once the bar business kind of dried up and I knew I had to do something for my future and take care of my kids, I decided to go back to school and be a real student this time. When I went back, I had goals in mind of coming back to Wolf Point. As I looked at the teaching staff in Wolf Point, we had Joe Sandy, Keith Lewis, and Dwayne Jagger, and they were nearing retirement age. So I thought, well, if I could get degrees in those areas, I should pretty much be able to guarantee myself a job back in Wolf Point. So that's exactly what I did. I went back to school in Billings in 1988, the winter quarter. I still had a few of those friends from the late 70s, the first go around in Eastern Montana College, but I certainly changed my friend set. I also had the two kids and a wife, and I had some responsibilities. So in going back, the first thing I had to do was secure a job because I didn't have enough money to go back to school. By that time I had paid back those loans that were required of me. I was absolutely going back on academic probation, that's for sure. And what I did was I ended up getting a job at the 17 Club. Now, many of my family and friends know that the 17 Club was a pretty good experience for me. I started there in January of 88, and I was I wouldn't say part-time, but pretty much full-time in the band section where they had dances. Worked the back bar. Every once in a while I'd work the front bar where the casino was and the cafeteria. So that was a very important part of that second journey for the education, being able to support my family. Going back, I think I had about a 1 point something. It was not a very good grade point average. So a lot of what I had to do was to repeat a lot of those courses that I had failed and had R's in them on my transcript once I repeated them and raised the grade. I went consecutively straight through. I carried as many credits as I could. I think the max that you could carry was 22 without having to get permission from your advisor. And so I signed up for as many classes as I could. A lot of new ones because I was going to focus on those degrees in English, mathematics, And I had been working toward a business degree, so I had a lot of business credits, and that was allowed me to work toward a business degree, which is what I eventually got. I had a Bachelor of Science in Education with an accounting major, and then I minored in mathematics, English, and then I also ended up having enough credits to start working toward a speech communications. So I finished with that on my transcript as well. And just to let you know, by the time I graduated from Eastern Montana College, it would have been spring of '91, I had accumulated over 400 credits. And I raised that GPA up to about 3.2. So that was the grade point average that I ended up graduating from college with on my transcript, and that was what I was able to present to any organization that I chose to go to work for. I did go back to Wolf Point the summer of, well, it would have been the fall quarter of '90. What I did was I did my student teaching in Wolf Point. My last classes in Billings were the summer session of 1990. So I went straight through from January of '88 to the summer of '90, and then I did my student teaching under Dwayne Jagger, who was going to retire in that spring. So I thought that maybe that was a possibility that I could get hired on. And so I did my student teaching under Dwayne Jagger. I taught typing classes and accounting, pretty much all business. Junior high keyboarding was another class. But those are the classes that I had for my student teaching. So then after I completed my student teaching, which would have been about January of '91, that would have finished the semester for Eastern. I ended up working as a special ed para in the Wolf Point School District underneath Patty McGann. She was the SPED coordinator and director when I was there, and I worked with several special ed students, but in particular one, I won't name him, but I worked with him for that spring, and then also part of the summer, just working one-on-one with him. And then in the meantime, I interviewed for the open position for business. Now it just so happens that the mathematics position came open, and so did the English position. So really I had my choice, but because I student taught under Mr. Jagger, that was the particular class then that I assumed and took over all of his classes. As we go further on in this journey on YouTube with these episodes, I'll talk a little bit about my teaching and the history there and what I did as far as teaching. I'm also going to venture into my athletic journey. Those are a couple of topics that I'll cover later on. Just to let you know, today I am taking a journey to the Philippines. I've met some friends, and I enjoyed it when I was there in January, and so I'm going to explore going back to the Philippines, and I'll be there for a month. I'll try to keep as regular as I can with these videos, maybe exploring and presenting to you a little bit of the culture and climate and sights of the Philippines as I'm there. I think that might be of some interest to you. Talking a little bit about my flight over, because I've been over there one time. I actually have an Uber coming to pick me up here at my facility and take me to the airport, and I fly out tonight. But it's about air miles. We're talking, I want to say 20, 21 hours in the air. So it's quite an adventure. But my bags are packed and I'm ready to go. And I wanted to make sure that I got this video out to you before I left. And I'll try, once I land, to get something out for the Sunday edition. But for now, completing the educational journey, I was a lot more serious that time when I finally went and put my mind to it, and really I had a whole new set of friends. I did a lot of group studies. We did a lot of stuff in the coffee shops and the cafeterias, especially some of those classes. I finally caught a hold of the understanding of calculus. I had a lot of English classes, a lot of reading that I had to do. It was just a whole different mindset once I went back and was serious. At this time when I went back, I was about 30. So, actually I was 33. It would have been 33 the September of 88. But a lot more serious, a lot more energy put into it. It was a little tough having to work at the bar at night and then getting up in the morning and going to those morning classes. But I tried to work my schedule as best I could. But we made it through. I can honestly say that I graduated in 73 in Wolf Point, and my graduation in Billings at Eastern Montana College was 91. So we spent 18 years of life working through the School of Hard Knocks, and also the schools that I attended from high school on through my graduation year at Eastern Montana College. So I wouldn't change a thing. I've met a lot of people through the ways. Still have those friends today, and I'm glad that I did it. The route that I took, I have some things on others that went straight through college, and I had many adventures along the way, and hopefully you've picked up on a few of them as I've gone through these episodes, and we'll continue that. Like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about my sports career, starting with Little League in Wolf Point, working all the way through college, that 1 year that I played football at Montana Tech, and then my education journey. That will start with teaching, beginning again the fall of 91 in Wolf Point as a business instructor until my retirement out of Minnetonka, Nebraska as the school superintendent there. So hopefully you'll follow along. Don't forget to subscribe and like and all that stuff that they say you're supposed to do. Just to let you know, I'm going back on the platforms of TikTok and YouTube. At the family reunion, I had several of the members of my family say that, how come you stopped doing TikTok? That's one of the more popular ones. Well, I'm new to this game and I'm just doing the best I can. So eventually we'll get back to TikTok and YouTube and also Facebook, so that those of you that have been following along on those particular platforms can pick back up. I'm going to try and go back and find out which episodes you missed on each of those platforms and put those up so that you get to watch them as well. But for now, this is Coffee with Cody signing out.